This is going to be my 21-month lock update. Y'all, I have changes and I'm excited to do this live. So let's start with length. Obviously, my hair has gotten really long. I think I haven't done a lock update since month 19 or so. And I was actually off when somebody in the comments was like, it says that your lock anniversary will be sometime in July or something. I was a whole month off. Surprise, surprise. I am 21 months and several days. We're almost on month 22. Length has been one of the biggest changes in fullness. You go back, look at my lock journey. When I first started, my locks just, I gotta take it down now. I gotta take it down to really talk about what I'm talking about. It was not this full, it was kind of like stringy. If I had to describe my locks originally when I first started, they were more stringy. They looked a lot more thin. They were not this thick. They over time got so full and thick. These locks in the front specifically, I tried to make them as small as I could. I'm glad I couldn't make them any smaller because I would have instant regret right now in my lock journey, because retying all of these locks, I just never thought it was going to be so time consuming and so demanding. I wanted 500 locks at first. Thought that was what I wanted. Maybe even 1,000. I used to see the videos, see the pictures and said, that's what I want. Now I'm just so glad that I don't have 500. I don't even think I have 300 locks, y'all. I need to do a video where I actually count to see how many I have, but I don't even think I have 3. I think I have like 270-ish, because people ask me all the time. I have no clue because I actually combined some locks, so let's talk about that too. I had 2 locks. As you can see, I haven't even interlocked them yet. I can stick my finger through it right now because I'm waiting on it to grow out before I like go in and interlock it at the root. But this lock is where my alopecia is. The lock, as it matured, I noticed it was just not as full. For example, I have a lock here where I have another alopecia spot. It's way thicker than this lock even though I just combined them. So it was even thinner before I combined these 2 locks together. So I said, well, I don't want the lock to just fall out because all of my other locks are maturing and becoming so full and thick, and that those 2 locks back there were just so thin. I went ahead and combined them. So this is one, and it kind of has like a split in it because it keeps separating. Actually, let's fix that on camera. This is one of my ones I've been working and trying to baby it into locking up, and it actually just got combined the last time that I did this live retie. I just did with you all like 4 weeks ago. So this is a newer lock. We're gonna monitor it and I'm sure it's gonna lock up in no time. And also I made some of the locks on the edges of my hair combined too. I didn't want my hair to start thinning and the lock to be too weak, so I was like, oh, I'll just combine that lock with another lock. It was also very stringy, and as you can see, it's still not even that big. So I'm not mad about combining it because I want my edges to grow in fuller. So I mean, I just had to combine some locks. This is another one. This is a bigger lock, but it's not too big. This lock here is another one I combined because I was tired of it unraveling a long time ago. This is a thick lock now. I didn't even know it was gonna get thick like this, but it did. So around the perimeter, that's where you're gonna catch some of them thicker locks. And then I have like these smaller locks here at the top, which may even start off a little bit smaller, but then they're actually kind of thick towards the end. I don't know. And then I got like a little small one here. Again, same thing. It gets thicker towards my ends. And I'm okay with that. So I have around the perimeter all different sizes of lock, and that's actually throughout my whole head when I think about it. It's not just in the perimeter. I didn't have a grid or anything when I did my locks. I just twisted the amount of hair I was comfortable with in my hand, and that's how I have the size locks I have. The other thing I want to talk about is buildup. I noticed recently I do have, and it was this same lock, I had some buildup in this lock. The buildup merged into the other lock, so now you can't even see it, but I had buildup in this lock specifically. I had buildup in one of my front locks. I want to say, is it this one? It might be this one. So I have like a little buildup. It looks like it might be lint or something, and I don't want to pick at it because it can make your lock thin over time. I thought about, should I dye it? Should I just pick it out? But I'm scared, because what if I don't get it out and then I just made the lock weak? So I just been leaving it alone. There's just like onesies and twosies really. As far as buildup goes, I haven't really seen much, but I have noticed lock on the side and the one in the back. And I think that's because of like my scarf or something, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure how it got there, because I wear my bonnet. I don't use products in my hair, and any products I do put in my hair, they seem to be out of my hair within about a week of me putting them in, maybe 4 days. So I'm not really sure where the buildup came from, or if it's lint, because it looks like lint, but I wear my bonnet. It still got me, y'all. I still got. So I just think I was just gonna have it, and that's that. Another thing I want to talk about is my gray hairs. I started my lock journey. Don't think I had a gray hair up here. I have 2 gray hairs. Oh no, can y'all see that? Oh yeah, I have 2 gray hairs right there now. Do I plan on dyeing it? No. I actually hope that it's like a streak of gray that grows in. I think that would be so cool if I just have like 1 gray lock, or like 3 that I can just, it would look cool without having to dye it. So I'm keeping that. Oh, unraveling. That doesn't happen. We're 21 months in now, y'all. Unraveling, thing of the past. I used to talk about it all the time. In the very beginning of my lock journey, I used to hate all of the unraveling locks. Usually after a wash day is when it would be very bad. Now I can wash as much as I want. I could wash my hair probably 3 times a week, and my hair is not unraveling. Now, what will happen is what I showed you guys just a minute ago with my hair not being as fresh on the perimeters, but you see how I fix it. I can make it look like a fresh retie pretty fast. Also, my wash schedule. I still wash my hair probably like twice a week. Twice a week, maybe sometimes 3 times a week if it stinks. I'm still gonna wash it. That is the luxury of having your hair locked, is you can wash it as much as you want and it's not going to unravel. You don't have to even think about it. Do it real quick, get you a microfiber towel, let it dry in the microfiber towel. I'd probably give it 85% dry when you take it out, especially if you got 2 of them. Take it out and then you're good to go, and you don't have to be under no dryer. You don't have to do all these different things, condition, all that. Thing of the past. Just wash your hair, microfiber towel, get out, go. Love it. And then some people talk about the Rev Air because it's really expensive. Don't use the Rev Air. If it's too expensive, honestly, if I had to buy another one right now, I wouldn't do it. That's just me personally. I would get 2 microfiber towels and I would rotate them out. That's what I've been doing when I'm not using the Rev Air. But I love it. I got it already, so I'm gonna use it. Oh, my my ends. So a lot of people ask me, how's my hair locked so fast? Probably because I've been washing it, for one, and then 2, I wanted to kind of show on the ends of my hair. Let me move my mic and move up. On the ends of my hair, as you can see, I got like these little balls. So this is what happens when your hair is locking. You get these balls over time. And that's a good thing. A lot of people, they want to cut them off. Well, if you cut them off, that's totally your choice. But you will end up kind of stopping the locking process. I actually want my hair to lock. And what I ended up finding was, at one point, I wanted like a more cleaner appearance. So I was like, not cutting off the balls, but like any of the stray hairs, I would kind of sometimes cut them off. Instead, what I've been doing recently is taking those hairs. So there's like those little hairs on the ends. I would just spray a little rose water, aloe vera water, whatever it is I have. And I've been taking those hairs, you see it? And I would wrap those hairs back around the bottom of the lock. Why am I doing that instead of cutting it? Well, my lock at the end is going to end up being more blunt and thicker. So I just did it just now. And this is what it ends up looking like. Now, I've just been doing this whenever I run my hands through my hair. And I've done most of this side of my head because that takes a while, y'all. This side, I still got a lot to do. Here's one right here. This will be a good one. If I see one, I'm gonna do it again. So let me show y'all again up close. You see the hairs on the very end. I don't want to cut it off, so I'm just going to, again, kind of stretch it out, see what we're working with, because you can see here, it's already trying to kind of lock into itself. Well, let's help it out. Take the hair and you twist it upward. So I'm taking the stray hair and I'm just turning my actual lock, but I'm twisting the stray hair up the lock. And then I just kept turning it. And then when I'm done, I just kind of do this because I want it to get stuck in there. Now I have tested this out. The hairs that I've done on this side, I have washed my hair since I did that to most of these ends. What I noticed is the hair did not come out at the bottom. It stayed kind of in that butted kind of state. If I did get any hairs that kind of came out, it wasn't a lot. The reason why I also did that is because when I run my hands through my hair, a lot of my locks at the ends were kind of getting stuck to each other because of those stray hairs. And it don't do that no more on this side. I still got to do this side though. So I like that because now I'm not having that problem. If you want your ends to be curly, don't do what I just said. You're going to end up probably locking your hair faster. And I know a lot of people want their Microlocs to have curly ends. I don't care about my ends being curly, but there are some at the top. They just not ready yet. So if you're wondering why do I still have curly ends up here, I can't wrap this around nothing. I mean, like how they are in the back. I can't wrap it around. It's going to come right loose. You see, it's going to come loose. So I don't even bother these ones because they're just not going to do it. I also have 2 hair textures, maybe 3 in my head, which is why the top is still so curly. The bottom is where you see a lot of my locks like locked and sealed. That's what we'll call it for the sake of this video and for people that recognize that terminology. My locks are sealed on some of these ends and they're not sealed here because I have 2 curl patterns. Now a lot of people have that, so I leave that alone. I actually like it though. It's kind of like a weird thing. 2 textures of hair kind of going on here, but I think it kind of gives me like a poofy look up here, but then kind of like a thick look at the bottom, and it just kind of works. As you guys know, I retie my locks every 2 months. Yes, and if I could go further I would, but it would just not be a good idea for me personally to go any further than 2 months of me retying my Microloc. I'm absolutely not doing that because my hair just grows too much and I'm gonna be here for days if I try to go like 3 months. I don't even know how people do it. I've seen someone do that before. I just can't do that. I'm trying to keep it healthy, so I think 2 months is a good stretch for me. But you definitely, for your lock journey, have to go based off of what your hair is okay with. I kind of had to see how far I could push this for me, and this just works. I think my hair grows within the lock, so I don't really have much problem. I don't really use a lot of products still, y'all. That's another thing, products. This is actually not this one. This is the glycerin one. Since I have to use both in my hand. These are both from the same brand, but let me tell you what the difference is. This is the rose water from Heritage Store, because people ask me, what am I spraying my hair with? This or aloe vera spray. There's also the glycerin rose water one too. I don't really like to use this one in my locks. And let me explain what the difference is. This one is going to feel like water to me. This is what that feels like. This one right here, when you spray this in your hair, you get like this sticky feeling. That's because it has glycerin in it. And if you don't know anything about glycerin, it is used in a lot of hair products, a lot of beauty products, because it gives a nice moisturizing feeling. But if you spray it in your locks, it can give you kind of a sticky feeling. I personally don't prefer that. It's also a humectant, which is good for some people's hair. Whenever I don't have this one, I may use a little bit of this. I probably honestly would prefer distilled water over this because I don't really like that sticky feeling. It's just me. Oops. So this is the one I like to use, the regular Heritage Store rose water. And this one, the reason why I have this here is because I use this on my face, because this is a hydrating face mist. That's what it says, hydrating face mist. This one right here is also a refreshing face mist. So I like the refreshing for my hair. I'm not really into the sticky feeling. Diamond Doll says, I'm still in the starter lock phase, so my reties are every 4 weeks. Hope that's not too long. I don't think so. I think whatever your loctician and you think is a good time, especially like your loctician if you have one, I think that's what you should go off of, because if they're the ones doing the work, if they're the ones doing the work for your locks, I think you should go off of what they recommend for you for sure. I would probably get fired by some locticians if I had a loctician, because I would be that complicated client probably. Oh, sorry, I said 4. 8 weeks. Okay, got you. Yeah, 8 weeks is what I meant to say. I don't know why I said 4. When I first started though, I was retying my hair every 4 weeks because my merging at the roots, it was so bad, y'all. It was so freaking bad. I had no choice. Oh, also my rotation. I want to talk about the rotation. I still use to this day a 3-point rotation for my locks. Haven't switched up. I might do every now and then a 4-point rotation on the edges if I really need them to like hold, but I don't even have to do that anymore. Throughout my whole head, it's a 3-point. It's not complicated to do a 3-point rotation. So if you're wondering how to do it, I have a lot of videos up on my channel displaying exactly how I do it step by step. Diamond Doll says, I'm DIY, no loctician. Oh, even better. I would just keep doing whatever is working for you. Are you in the, you said you're in the starter lock phase though. How many months in are you? Because I remember how that was for me in the beginning stages. I don't think I could have got away with it. I'm happy that you can though, but I'm just curious. I wish I could have not. I wish I could have did 8 weeks in the very beginning stage. Maybe at like month 5, I probably didn't have to do it so much. I'm about to do a quick length check. I'm gonna have to duck down to do this. Okay, my mic went out, y'all. So let's do the side. So this is what the side is looking like. Yeah, I hope y'all can see that. So, are we collarbone? Actually, hold on. Are we? We're collarbone. We are collarbone, y'all. Oh, I didn't even notice. I think time just flew by. Okay, so we're past collarbone for sure. We're hanging past collarbone because this is my collar. Wow, where did the time go? Okay, I feel like it was not even long ago that my hair was like here. Wow, that's great. Diamond says, mine merged too, but I don't want thinning, so maybe I'll just do 6 weeks. Yeah, I was worried about that too. If your locks are thicker though, I don't think it will be such a problem. But I do think if you have like thinner locks, you have to get reties a lot more than somebody who has thicker locks. I finished installing like early December. Your hair is growing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, wait, you saying like last year? You are like starter phase. Whoa. You're blessed to be able to go 8 weeks, because I'm telling you, I couldn't do it. Not because I didn't want to. It's just I couldn't do it. What rotation are you using, by the way? Interested to know. Cutting. I was trying to remember what it was. I've been cutting my hair. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. It is a controversial topic, and I even got a few dislikes on the video where I was showing I was cutting my locks, and I put it in some of my videos that I've been cutting, trimming, taking razors to my lock. I'm going to probably get more controversy because I like to cut my locks, and I just have this thing of whenever I see a long lock, I just take scissors and I snip it. Sometimes I put it in the videos if I'm doing like a video involving my hair, but a lot of times this sort of action happens off camera. I just have these impulsive times where I'm just like, this lock is too long, and I just cut it, and I just don't even think twice about it. And the next thing I know, the same lock that I just cut, it grew like a weed, and it's back, and I'm back cutting it again. And a lot of people are like, stop cutting your locks. Oh, hair grows at different speeds, whatever. Like, I understand where everyone is coming from, but I don't want certain locks looking how they look, and I just cut them off. And that's just that. I don't know what the problem is. I'm like, it's just hair. But a lot of people are so upset whenever I cut my locks. They go like dislike the videos and stuff, and I just don't get it. I mean, I don't, when you make media content, you have to kind of take the good with the bad. You're going to have people that like your stuff and don't like your stuff. But I just kind of laugh because I'm like, it's just hair. It's okay. It's going to grow back. And it grows back like a weed. That's what people don't get. Is that it's just growing so fast. That's why I keep cutting it off. And I think that I will be one of those people. I just want to put it out there that let my locks grow to their full potential. I do think I will do that. I'm not trying to see. Look, this is what I'm talking about. That's extra long. But anyway, I do think I want to see how long my hair can grow. But I do think as it's growing, I will trim it if I just think some are growing too fast. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, I have 2 that grow 2 inches longer than the rest, and I snip them right down. Right? I don't know what, like, I didn't think this was going to be a thing, but now that I think about it, you probably had, when you had loose natural hair, when your hair used to grow, I can almost guarantee that area used to grow faster than the rest of your hair. Because I noticed that with my locks. Right there on the edge of my hair, I have always had longer edges, like right on the, when I say edges, I mean like this side here. This right here has always grown faster than the rest. And it's doing the same thing with my locks, but it's way more pronounced than I am used to. Let me see. Shanice says, once mine matures, I will be cutting too. Yeah, that's a good point, Shanice. I'm glad you brought that up. I actually did not cut my locks until they started to mature. I had the itch though to do it probably a year in because the front of my hair was stupid long. And I actually did take a razor to it and I just kind of feathered it because I didn't want to do like a blunt cut because I felt it would unravel. Because look, they're not even like fully locked at this point. So imagine when I feathered it, how like loose it was, but I did it anyway because I just was like, if it unravels, it unravels. I'll just be here twisting it back up or whatever till it locks, but I did it anyway. And I don't regret it because I like the way that it framed my face a lot better. But y'all, it started growing. So now it's like my face isn't really framed. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. I kind of did layers. Can you see? So right around like my cheek area, I literally took a razor and I just was like, la 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 la. And I just was looking at my face and I pulled my hair back and I just went like this, according to like where my cheekbones were. Because that's how I like my hair to fall. Because when you do this, it gives you like a little, you don't get that. You don't get the layered effect if you just have it all one length. It'll just be really long. And I like that. So I didn't want it to all be the same length. I wanted to have little mention. You see? It gives you that layered effect because it's feathered. And I usually wear my hair to the side. I do side parts. So yeah. Let me see. Kendall says, yep, my back was the longest. Always looked like I had a mullet. No, a mullet. That's actually, but you know what? I like the mullet look. Have y'all been seeing people with mullets lately? Because I've been seeing that. I think it's kind of cool. That's different. I kind of feel like everybody's hair grows differently, but I like the bob looking locks. Did y'all hear my dog? She just came in here growling. I like the ones that have like the cuts and it kind of goes into a natural bob. Mine did that, but then the front was too long. So that's why I ended up cutting it. I'm like, whose hair is this at this point? I don't even know. I'm excited to see what we look like in exactly 2 years, which will be June 6, 2024. Hold on. I have the itch right now and I'm only close to 5 months in. It's budding now, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Your time is gonna come, Shanice. Your time is going to come, but when it comes, look, I don't even know if I should say this because somebody probably be like, you shouldn't tell people to cut their locks when they're 5 months in. But I just remember my energy. People were telling me I shouldn't do a lot of things. You shouldn't secure the loose hairs in your hair. You should just enjoy the process. I'm like, as if I'm not. I'm just doing it how I want to do it. I love the process. Kind of feel like everybody's journey is so unique. And this is how we get these stories about this person did this and this person did that. If we all did the same thing, we wouldn't have all these different journeys to watch and to learn from. What I will say, Shanice, make sure your hair is locked or you are prepared for it to unravel if it's not locked and you're prepared to face the consequence or the reward. I say do it, but if you're not, don't do it. I'd say if you really want to make sure that it's locked, give it a year, maybe two. Because I just showed you the hair in my front is not locked. And, you know, depending on your texture, it could be a whole nother thing. So, but I condone this behavior though. I'm a bad influence on some stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. Kendall says the feathering you did with the razor. Look, I'm telling you, it worked. Now, would these have been locked already? Don't know. But to be totally honest with you, Kendall, I don't think they would have been locked because my hair texture in the front is just too loose. It's taking forever. Like I'm just starting to get some in the front that are starting to bud. It's not even that many of them. So yeah, the feathered thing, I absolutely love the idea. But a lot of people tried to talk me out of it. They were like, no, don't cut your locks. They're going to unravel. Kendall says, I started securing loose hair once I saw one of your videos and it's the best thing I could have done. I'm glad that helped you out. I'm so glad that was helpful because I got held for that too. I just wanted to secure the hair because it does help when you're running your hands through your hair. Even if you only do it every now and then, you don't have to do it all the time. But what I find is when my hair is like really getting stuck together, if I do this and all these little tiny, you see this? There's hairs getting stuck to each other. If I just twist them up, they won't get stuck like this. I'm not gonna always be doing it all the time, but if I find, hey, this one got a lot of stray hairs, I just take it and twist it right back in. And then when I'm kind of combing through my hair with my hands, it's not happening anymore. Wouldn't that be better than just letting it be like getting caught all the time? It's not saying I don't love frizz, because everybody should know by now that I absolutely love frizzy locks. It's just if it's getting so bad, I might have to secure some hairs, you know? And it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that either. I have a loose curl pattern and it just stopped unraveling. I'm glad it stopped unraveling though, because that's like the worst part. It's the unraveling. Oh my gosh. Because then you got to go back and fix it. Ooh. But I kind of do wish that the top would lock up a little bit. But I'm in no rush, to be totally honest, because I'm never going to be able to come back to this stage again. I remember like it was yesterday when I felt like my ends were kind of scraggly looking and thin, and they were loose, kind of looking like this. And then the next thing I knew, I looked up and then everything was kind of budding and then it just looked really full. So I'm just going to enjoy the last little bit of, you know, curl pattern I have going on here, because I don't think it's going to last very much longer. I personally think I might have maybe a year or two. What y'all think? I think probably a year. These probably won't be here no more, but they're so loose. It definitely could be. Let me know in the comments or on the replay what kind of content y'all want to see from me next. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications for any future videos. And until next time, thank you all for watching. Peace and blessings to you all. Bye bye.